It is a physical law that if we would reach the summit of a mountain we must climb thither. The path must be sought and then carefully followed, and the climber must not give up and go back because of the labor involved and the difficulties to be overcome, nor on account of aching climbs, otherwise his object cannot be accomplished. And this law is also spiritual. He who would reach the high altitudes of moral or intellectual grandeur must climb thither by his own efforts. He must seek out the pathway and then assiduously follow it, not giving up and turning back, but surmounting all difficulties, and enduring for a time trials, temptations, and heartaches, and at last he will stand upon the glorious summit of moral perfection, the world of passion, temptation, and sorrow beneath his feet, and the boundless heavens of dignity stretching vast and silent above his head. If a man would reach a distant city, or any place of destination, he must travel thither. There is no law by which he can be instantly transported there. He can only get there by putting forth the necessary exertion. If he walks he will put forth great exertion, but it will cost him nothing in money. If he drives or takes train, there will be less actual labor, but he must pay in money for which he has labored. To reach any place requires labor. This cannot be avoided. It is law. Equally so spiritually. He who would reach any spiritual destination, such as purity, compassion, wisdom, or peace, must travel thither, and must labor to get there. There is no law by which he can suddenly be transported to any of these beautiful spiritual cities. He must find the most direct route and then put forth the necessary labor, and at last he will come to the end of his journey. These are but a few of the many laws, or manifestations of the one great law, which are to be understood, applied and obeyed before the full manhood and maturity of spiritual life and blessedness can be attained. There is no worldly or physical law which is not operative, with equal exactness, in the spiritual realm, that is, the inner and invisible world of man's beings. Just as physical things are the shadows and types of spiritual reality, so worldly wisdom is the reflected image of divine wisdom. All those simple operations of human life in worldly things which men never question, but follow and obey implicitly because of their obvious plainness and exactness, obtain in spiritual things with the same unerring accuracy, and when this is understood, and these laws are as implicitly obeyed in spiritual as in worldly matters, then has a man reached the firm standing ground of exact knowledge, his sorrows are at an end, and he can doubt no more. Life is uninvolved, uncompromising justice, its operations are simple, invincible logic. Law reigns forever, and the heart of law is love. Favoritism and caprice are the reverse of both law and love. The universe has no favorites, it is supremely just, and gives to every man his rightful earnings. All is good because all is according to law, and because all is according to law, man can find the right way in life, and, having found it, can rejoice and be glad. The Father of Jesus is the unfailing good which is embodied in the law of things. No evil can happen to a good man either in life or death. Jesus recognized the good in his own fate, and exonerated all his persecutors from blame. No man, he declared, taketh my life from me, but I lay it down of myself. That is, he himself had brought about his own end. He who has, by simplifying his life and purifying his mind, arrived at an understanding of the beautiful simplicity of being, perceives the unvarying operation of law in all things, and knows the result of all his thoughts and deeds upon himself and the world, knows what effects are bound up with the mental causes which he sets in motion. He then thinks and does only those thoughts and deeds that are blessed in their inception, blessed in their growth, and blessed in their completion. Humbly accepting the lawful results of all the deeds done when in a state of ignorance, he neither complains nor fears nor questions, but is at rest in obedience, is perfectly blessed in his knowledge of the good law. The tissue of our life to be we weave with colors all our own, and in the field of destiny we reap as we have sown. And if we reap as we have sown, and take the dole we deal. The law of pain is love alone, the wounding is to heal.